Hello out there in cryptocurrency land. Welcome back to Real Crypto. Thanks for joining me here today. All right, so I want to start this video out by saying that I apologize for being gone ever since my last video, which was over here about 4 or 5 days ago. I've recorded several videos since then, but they just didn't sound quite right. Nothing I was saying was kind of meshing, and I didn't post those videos. And I know some of you guys do lean on me for guidance, and I apologize for that, but I didn't want to mislead you in one direction or another, so I kind of abstained myself, to be quite frank with you. Keeping it real with you guys, I've been very bearish in Bitcoin for a long time. Many of you know that. Many of you, sold your Bitcoin at much higher levels and thanking me for doing that. And recently down here towards the lows, I really haven't converted to bullish, and I'm still not converted all the way to bullish. We have a short-term bear market and an intermediate-term bull market. Short-term bull market, intermediate-term bull market, and long-term, we're not necessarily bullish until we get over 12K, at least, if we have these levels hold here from 6,500. That may sound strange to some of you ladies and gentlemen, but me as a technical analyst, I can't necessarily completely confirm the bull market is out until either, one of a number of things happens. Number one, we get a capitulation low, which we never did get. Number two, we chop around an area showing that we are definitely living within a range, which we also have not gotten. Or number three, we break over a very significant resistance level, and that's actually this 12,000 level, or 11,775. You've heard me harp about that ever since this high was put in over here. So those are kind of the things that Bitcoin is doing and why it's kind of fudding me up a little bit. And I've been doing my power hours every day. You guys involved in the community know I've been around. I haven't been missing. I haven't gone incognito or anything like that. I just haven't posted my public YouTube videos. And I do want to apologize for that. This isn't necessarily my job is YouTube. Okay, this is something that I do, and I do take seriously. And if a video doesn't feel right, if I don't feel I've represented myself or addressed the market appropriately, I abstain from videos. And you do see that from time to time. It's not horribly often, but it does happen. So that's a long apology, but I do feel like I do owe it to you, ladies and gentlemen, for me to explain myself. And that's kind of what's been going on. So let me tell you about what I've been talking about in the power hour a little bit and kind of what's going on here. Obviously, Bitcoin is in rally mode. Like I said, I don't completely believe we're out of a bear market, but I do believe you should have positions. In the power hour, let me tell you what I've said. I'm not going to harp on it like I'm a genius or anything, because I'm not. But what I mentioned coming out of here, once we fully negated this head and shoulders pattern at this particular point in time, we consolidated around 8,500. I said, get in here so you don't FOMO higher, because the rally was continuing at that point. We since had a symmetrical triangle pattern put in here, and I had a horizontal price buy point at about 90.20. 90.20 was my horizontal level of basically a breakout point. Where's it at here? 90.20. I do want to draw it out here because I think that's important. So there was my breakout point right there, 90.20, a little higher than these highs. We did see some distribution in this, although we did have higher lows as well. And then lo and behold, there we go, a breakout on very high volume, and subsequent volume has been very, very good in Bitcoin, very exceptional volume in Bitcoin going forward here. And we can see on this uptrend, really not a lot of big red candles, only a few peppered in here, and lots of green candles indicating a lot of bullish action. Now, like I said earlier, I don't necessarily fully believe we're out of the bear market. We did have a very large run up from 6K all the way up to basically 12K. What's different about this move, however, is the fact that we have several areas of consolidation. It's not a kind of a run up. This kind of ran up. And as you know, when you run for short periods of time, or even longer periods of time too, you tend to get winded and things tend to get exhausted. This ran 100% in, 2 weeks? That's a very, very quick 100%. And over here, what we have so far is a 3 to 4 week run up of 45%, a much more manageable run up. So this may continue, and this may end up being the ultimate low in Bitcoin. This may be this may be it. I can't say it is. I can't say it isn't. If we go back to 2014, which I know no one wants to do, but I'm going to do it anyways, there is precedence for Bitcoin moving and then subsequently, having these large areas of consolidation, even running on good volume. You can see this run up here, which is most recently, this has been my part of the market cycle that we're in, is that we're here and we're probably going to roll over again. That is still in the cards. How many cards in a 52 card deck, I can't say exactly right now, but we have extraordinarily bullish action currently. So guess what, guys? You have to go with the bullish action. I'm a little late to the party. You should already have your positions in here, and you cannot thank me for that. But that's just kind of where we're sitting right now. So I have this box here. This was my area of resistance, kind of the 9,000 to 9,200 level, something like that. And we blew through that resistance on very good volume. That shows, definitely points in the bulls court. Lots of points in the bulls court, not too many points in the bears court. So if you're not involved, get involved. Be ready for some volatility buying at these levels, however. But, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. Now, people have asked me in the chat room and in Slack, what about, where's our capitulation? What did we miss in the signals here? And there really wasn't much to miss, to be quite honest with you. There wasn't anything down here other than just the breadth of this base indicating that we had bottomed. Now, there is some articles that have come out recently regarding some over-the-counter exchanges. I don't have a link for you on hand right now, but there's articles about an over-the-counter exchanges. I believe Circle is the name of the company doing that. And what an over-the-counter exchange does is they facilitate trades, at least in Circle's instance, they facilitate trades between large people. So if you want to buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin and someone wants to sell $1 million worth of Bitcoin, you can do so, on a one-on-one basis without necessarily bringing it to the open market. And $1 million transaction on the cryptocurrency exchange like the GDAX here would have a dramatic effect on price, and they're trying to avoid that. So we're seeing a little bit more of institution, not necessarily tricks, but I don't know what else to call it there, but some kind of institution tricks. I mean, there are some tricks about not moving price around too much. So I do also have a trend line here. This is the most recent trend in Bitcoin. This needs to be respected for this rally to continue. And, do we go straight into all-time highs? No, we don't. That never happens. You go back into, we can go back in here to the overall bull market cycle. And as you can see, coming out of, let's go back down here to when we were kind of coming out in early 2017. You can see we have nice long rallies with these retracements that do come back, and usually they will retrace an entire move. As you can see, there was a very nice, so here's the 800 level. We ran up to 1200, retraced all the way back to 800. So, I don't necessarily think that we're going to go up straight from here. We are going to have some pullbacks and probably some very deep pullbacks. So don't get too scared. If you do want exposure, get some exposure. The percentage is kind of up to you. I'm just really trying to absorb the market action and, so I can kind of, I don't know, figure out what the hell's going on here, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, but you know what? Bitcoin's acting bullish. You go with Bitcoin. I rewatched my last video. I don't think I said that in the last video, but ever since we broke and really negated this head and shoulders pattern here, that's what I've been saying to members of my Slack chat room and my Power Hour group. If you guys think it's a ploy to get you to sign up for the Power Hour, talk to the members. They may comment below if you want to have questions for them. But my Slack chat room's free. There's no obligation with that outside of signing up for it. And you're always welcome to jump in there and chime in and give me crap or whatever you want to do. But if I disappear, you guys can come seek me out. You guys have known about the Slack chat room for quite a long time now. But, it looks like Bitcoin's selling in a little bit right here, coming off the 9,600 level. But, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But Bitcoin here is bullish. We don't have any sell signals at all. Everything's bearish, guys. The cryptocurrency market, I think I just said bearish. Everything's bullish. Freudian slip there, right? Everything's bullish. We have Ethereum that's had a massive move. I mean, things are getting very extended, almost to the point where I don't want to tell you to invest, but I told you not to get involved down here. That didn't necessarily prove to be the best advice either. So Litecoin moving very well up here, showing a lot of strength. Lots of key volume coming in here, and I think that is key, is volume coming in here. This generally is not retail investment. This is some general retail investment, this kind of volume down here. But this volume is people with big money getting involved. And kind of the really big winner most recently is EOS. Let me give you a daily of the EOS USD. And just to give you the scale, we were at $6. We've added $10 to that, up 150% in a very, very short period of time. And we've been talking about this. It's about 2 weeks there for that 150%. Yeah, EOS has just been spectacular. And right now, I believe it's number 5 on CoinMarketCap with an 11 billion market cap. And like I mentioned in my EOS video, we could get up into the dozens of billions of dollars in EOS. We're just under 12 billion. Maybe we're due a rest right now. It's had such a massive run. But let's let things settle down a little bit. Maybe some sellers will come in, and I don't necessarily mean knock us down, but maybe the sellers will come in, we'll be able to form a base, and we'll be able to actually have some chart patterns to make some purchases off of. But right now, a lot of things are very extended. Even Tron coming out of a very large base. We were talking about this in the Power Hour today, up about 16%. We saw it breaking out here. A couple members pointed out the price action, and they're correct. We had nice big price action, big volume, good moves in Tron. If things can stay bullish, then you can expect Tron to get into much higher levels. Cryptocurrency overall coin market cap, I believe, has us well over 400, about 436, a little higher than I last checked. And you can see their EOS up 33%. You can see Tron up 32%. Very big leaders in this market. And this goes back to my best altcoins of 2018, 2019. It is these platform coins, ladies and gentlemen, these coins that you can build stuff on, that people are trying to get a hold of. And Bitcoin's going to underperform a little bit over these altcoins, and that's just the way it's going to be. 162 billion market cap versus a 12 billion market cap. Where would you rather put your money? Right? You possibly have a much bigger multiple going into EOS than you do going into Bitcoin. Litecoin as well, you have a much larger potential for Litecoin sitting at 10 billion, and we've seen Litecoin outperform Bitcoin on many different time frames. I've done some analysis on that, and that is kind of the way that is. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I did want to apologize for not posting a video. I actually thought I did at one point in time post a video, and I was kind of shocked to see that my last video was 5 days ago. But it is what it is. We are here now. Let's kind of go forward. A little bit of selling here. We'll have to see how big this volume candle gets. But, I do have a small position. I'm not in super heavy. I do still believe that the bear market has to work itself out completely. The volume here is good, but it's not fantastic. And as we've seen by 2013, 2014 bear market, we can see subsequent large moves in Bitcoin while still remaining bearish long term. So, be cautious, take your positions accordingly. Feel free to give me crap in the comments below, and I'll be happy to talk with you guys about it. And if you want to give me more crap, join that Slack chat room and beat me up one-on-one. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me today. I'll try to do videos every other day, especially as stuff happens in the market. So thanks for joining me, guys. I will see you next time.